The Swiss psychologist Carl Jung placed great emphasis on middle age as being a fundamental part of life. What are the stages of life as set out by Carl Jung, and why is middle age so important? The athlete stage, so this is during childhood and adolescence, is characterized by physical development and exploration. Driven by a desire for outward achievement and attractiveness, the individual focuses on competition and learning. The next stage is known as the warrior stage. This is during young adulthood, and it seems like a more acute version of the athlete stage. Here, the individual focuses on their specific skill set and ratchets up the intensity with regard to their self-development and achievement. This phase is all about identity. With his or her goals clearly defined, the individual cultivates a sense of identity through their careers and relationships. But this stage again is focused more on the outer world and far less on the inner spiritual world. And then we come to the statement stage, which is midlife or middle age. This stage is so important because it is when true introspection begins. The individual questions the meaning and purpose of their life. A sense of disillusionment is common here as the individual reconsiders their life choices. The so-called midlife crisis may occur, but from a Jungian perspective, we can see this more as a momentary disillusionment period, as priorities shift and the individual finds new footing. From this perspective then, the midlife crisis is a natural stage in psychic development. As a more spiritual inner world opens up, the individual realizes that there is much to be found in quiet contemplation and presentness. Career and lifestyle changes are common here, as a kind of realignment takes place with greater introspection. There's less of the desire then to project one's identity onto the world. The final stage then is known as the spirit stage, and this takes place in later life and is essentially a more developed form of the statement stage. Further contemplation takes place, cultivating a greater sense of self-awareness. A spiritual awakening is possible here as the individual embraces aspects of themselves and comes to accept their mortality.